Hey, this is George. This is Real Talk with George and Fraser. Fraser's running a little bit late, actually logging on shortly. But happy weekend, happy Monday to you, top of the week. And let's get it. We got two great guests for you today. We have filmmaker Miss Aissata Belle. I know I'm butchering her first name. And Mr. Mozzi Bugatti, he's a musician, will be with us at 1:30. So we're definitely excited about having those guests on the show with us. And we're also excited about a new week. A new week means new opportunities. A new week means the opportunity to be able to shine and get some things done productively. I hope everybody was able to rest this weekend and really just relax your mind, enjoy time with family and friends, and also be able to set yourself up for this week. Every day that you're moving, you're taking one step forward to some positive things in your life. Every day that you stay stagnant, you're taking one step backwards from accomplishing those things in your life. So just keep that in mind as you think sometimes it's hard or it's a little bit difficult, or um, you think you're not going to be able to get through it because you will. Some top of the news offline, we have been looking at what's been happening in Virginia with this Army lieutenant who finally filed lawsuit against the two Virginia police that stopped him for a traffic stop that became immediately violent and typically unnecessary for a traffic stop. So um, we're paying attention to that here at Real Talk. I know that everybody keeps asking, why does this happen? Well, it's very simple. I think I heard Joe say it best from Morning Joe, one of his guests. The problem is you just have bad police officers that never should have been police officers. And if it wasn't for the police cams and the cell phones, we wouldn't be able to see what these bad officers have been doing. Um, to date, so everybody knows that one of the officers in the incident has been fired for violating police policy. So that is a step in the right direction. Um, I feel simply because policy is there for a reason. I'm not saying that when you get to a dangerous and dynamic situation that you don't have to use judgment. You do need that. But in this particular case, everybody saw that this was not a felony stop. This was not a violent offender. This was somebody that was cooperating completely and um, expressing himself completely at every step of the way. And the aggression that they used to detain him wasn't necessary. Now, here's the kicker. After all they did to him, they didn't arrest him. They just simply detained him, pepper sprayed him, did all these things to him, but he never got arrested. And then they turn around and let him go. So I don't know if you ever had I don't know if you've ever been in the vicinity of anything like pepper spray, but to have pepper spray in your car, okay, that's not something that you're going to be able just to get out and then they say, okay, bye, see you later. So it's an ongoing case. There's some movement in the case. So we are definitely happy about that. And, you know, what can I tell you about police stops since we're on the topic? Obey every command explicitly. If you are unsure, ask questions because you have to take your time in these situations. If you don't take your time in these situations, or you don't express yourself, or you don't stay calm, you can actually be hurt or killed. And we've seen that happen time and time again when it comes to police stops and what's happening and what's going on with policing in the country. So the first piece of advice I can offer you is follow all directions. Follow, hey, Fresh.
Hey,
Follow,
George.
hey, how's it going? Just give my spiel here. So follow all directions. If you're not sure about what the police officers are asking you, ask a question. Excuse me, sir, may I ask a question? I wasn't sure of the last command. Speak slow, speak in a steady voice, do not stammer, do not act nervous. By acting nervous, I mean looking around, things of that nature. Unless you have kids in this car and you're trying to calm them down as well too. But follow all commands to the letter. Make sure you follow all commands to the letter. Ask questions if you're not sure, But the most important thing in every traffic stop, I do this. So I'm just imparting this wisdom onto you. Make sure you turn your cell phone on, whether you have a microphone or you have a camera, and try to record it in your car. Because as long as it's being recorded in your car, you are not obstructing anything, you're not violating anything. We've seen the moment that you pick up a camera and point it towards an officer in any type of manner, or use the camera in a way that they can find offensive during the situation, it could be deadly. But as long as you turn your video camera on, set it on your dashboard, or set it someplace where you can capture video and audio, you should be fine through that entire process. And that's just your extra protection as well, too.
True. I add on to that too. It's also a thing called, you put a note on side, put a thing on top of your car that says this car is being monitored by video and camera. That means also aware that he's being recorded and audio is being recorded. So therefore, it protects you, and he can't get offended because he read the sign that says it is being recorded, and it is, so he acknowledges what he's going through. That's all you do. As long as you let somebody know that you're videotaping and recording it, you're not violating their privacy or violating anything or the law where you say you can't record.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. So just keep that in mind as well, too. What's going on, Fresh?
Not much, man. I just saw the same thing you saw. It stirred me, too. I mean, being third person, it stirred me a little bit, too, because back in my day, that would never happen because servicemen were respected. Uniform being respected. You didn't have to worry about somebody dragging you out of the car and stuff like that with a uniform on. And especially lieutenant. And what people fail to understand is he was still on duty, and by law, he's government property. Until he gets home, he is government property. So they not only violate his civil rights, they violate government property. And government do not play about hurting their property.
No, absolutely. That's why I think everything was very quick. I mean, you sent me something online last week or this weekend, and by this time, the lawsuit had already been filed.
Yep.
And the police officer in the incident had already been fired.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this happened in December. So we have January, February, March. We're in April, and they started taking action already.
Yeah.
Could be because of the biggest media presence that's happening and what's happening, and also how everything is going with the police officers and the George Floyd trial right now. But it's just a sad day where we keep seeing things like this and seeing things like this and seeing things like this.
Exactly. And my thing is too, it's sad because it contradicts a lot of things people say about violating the law, following the law, asking questions. It kind of contradicted because the whole time he asked him, man, excuse me, sir, can I ask what the stop about? He asked him very politely. It wasn't being irate. He wasn't being belligerent. They said he already do. His tone was very pleasant. And even the other officer realized that also was trying to address the other officer saying, let him give a chance to get out. Let him talk. The other officer kept over talking him. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is too, doing a traffic stop, if you're already angry or you already bring problems to your job with you, your chances of making escalate a situation is a lot greater. It went from maybe 50% now to almost 60 to 80%. He probably always aggravated for something happened earlier. Nobody knows.
That could actually be true. That could actually be true, but he's trained to be able to look at each stop differently. Okay. I mean, to sit there and tell somebody you're going to ride the white lightning when the man said that he was afraid to step out of the car, he said you should be. All of that for a traffic stop. And like I said, here's the thing that bothered me the most. If they would have arrested him, then I would have seen, okay, they went through the entire process.
Yeah.
But after they did all of that to him, they let him go.
Because you knew why I let him go. The reason why I let him go is once you handcuff that officer, you got to deal with now the military. You got to deal with JAG. JAG ain't nothing to mess with. See, unlike civilian lawyers, JAG may throw everything at you. I'm talking, they had officers on trial. They had the whole department be under investigation. So they didn't want that to happen. So they did what they did was right at the time to keep the department out of the situation. Because what they did was instead of the department getting sued by the military and also being on charges, they allowed to only put themselves. And when the department fired them, that's so the military don't go after the department for disciplinary action due to the fact that they hired them. You see what I'm saying? They're representing their company. They're representing them. And they're saying basically that's how they treat people. That's how they do stops. Even the man addressed him and told him he's on duty. The whole thing he kept saying he was on duty. He just left on duty. Hello?
Right.
And then on top of that, he said, I'm sorry, my country. I didn't expect to get this. Then he tells him, Huey Bolo, okay, like, what? Are you serious? This man just told you he served his country. And you're so disrespectful to the country, not only him, but you disrespecting the country he served, which is your own country, to allow you to be a police officer, to allow you to serve and protect other civilians while he's away. You're like the third line of defense while the military is away or deployed. You're the second line of defense, and you're being disrespectful. How can they say you defending us when if the military is off somewhere? We need you to help us. You gonna shoot us first, then everybody let go? You know, I mean, a lot of protocols that they didn't even follow through the whole stop.
Exactly. You know, because the way that they reported it as a felony traffic stop. That's what all the police presence was for.
Exactly.
But that was a lie. Okay. Exactly. That was a lie. Because when the video, it wasn't a felony traffic stop. It was a traffic stop for wrong license plate tag. And like I said in the beginning, you had an individual that was speaking to them calmly. They always saw his hands. Exactly. It was never a threat to them for them to treat him in that manner. At some point in time, somebody should have been smart enough to de-escalate the situation and say, maybe this is not what we thought it was, exactly. X, Y, and Z. But they didn't. Get out of the car, you know, everything, throw pepper spray in the car, exactly. Do all this other stuff. And the thing about it was, like you said, he was on duty. He couldn't go back to work. He had to go back to the hospital and all these other things.
Exactly.
See what I mean? And there was, I'm sure now there was a JAG inquiry or CID inquiry. Right. CID inquiry, exactly, because of what was happening.
Exactly. And my thing too, you gotta look at it too. They said there might be gonna look at too. When you buy a new car, the dealerships will know not to put, especially you got tint on your car. Do not put a temporary tag in the back window where nobody can see it.
Right.
Nobody can't see that. You put it where the license plate is, so they can obviously identify it as a new vehicle. The whole issue with a new vehicle he just purchased, and we all know some dealerships don't always have the plastic little covers, so they have one. So they put it in the window. So he was just driving on normal people. Now, they said they reported that it was a car that was considered stolen. Because most tags now on a car, they consider that stolen first. Then once they make the stop, then they break down, just check the license list, say, well, is it stolen? Is it owner? Can you show me proof of ownership? All that stuff. Now it breaks it down. But he didn't do none of that. He just automatically assumed that it's a felony stop because, he didn't respond. And then to that, then what gets me was they said that he evaded them.
No, he didn't.
If he evaded you, why you stop at a gas station? Come on,
they lied. Look, the reason why this is serious is because they lied in their police report. But even in the police report, they said he turned on his signal. He waited to get to a lighted area, to get to an off ramp, and he went to the gas station, and that's where he pulled over. He wasn't evading them. There was no speed. You know,
he was doing the same place where they tell you to do in the handbook. They tell you that. You go to a lighted place to protect two people, the officer and the person who they suspect is doing a violation. It protects both of you. That's why they say that. But then you could now turn around and say, by him doing that, he evading you. You know, so he did that to protect himself, to justify the action he was doing by saying he evaded him. Now it become a hostile traffic stop. So now he had.
No, I understand, but look, I get back to it, Fraser. I'm just like, how stupid can you be? And the reason why I'm saying that is because, listen, you have a traffic camera on. You have a camera on your body, and you have a traffic camera in the car. Both are activated, okay? Both are activated. So whatever you're saying or you're not saying, I mean, I don't know if they just figure that because the cameras are there, they forgot that the cameras are there, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. But the camera is on. That's the whole reason for having the camera on. And you still lie and you still falsify a police report to make yourself look good, and you still lie about this, that, and the third. I mean, like I said, there's bad police officers in every police department. And this is the process to start to weed them out. Not everybody's bad. I have family in law.
I have family officers too. They're very good people. I have friends who became officers. They're very good people. But it's not the people. It's who you associate with in the department. A lot of these people already come in with issues. Right. People already have issues. I used to call it back then the beat up kid syndrome. where you get picked on all your life when you're little, and all of a sudden now you get some authority. Now you turn out to be the same bully who bullies you instead of being the opposite of that.
Right, right.
You got bullied the whole high school career. You come out, okay, got a little authority. Now you want to stress it. You want to bring the chest up, beat the chest a little bit, make you feel hard. No, it just make the badge does not make you above the law. It just make you to serve the law, to protect people under the law, within the law. You see what I'm saying? Not to abuse it. Abusing it probably doesn't help anybody. But who? I mean, do you wonder why certain things happen now? Reaction towards cops because of your ignorance. The good cops always get hit, not the bad one. The bad one will never get hit. It's a good guy who went around the neighborhood who served, who get little kid toys and sometimes very good word advice to good kids. Those are the ones you get hit by bad, ignorant cops who turn around and get rebuttal on the good guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those good guys always get hit. The bad guy never get hit. I have never seen a bad guy yet who did wrong, got in trouble. But my thing is too, most departments try their best when they're doing the second violations. They're doing all of the steps. They add more steps to it. They try their best, but like they say, they can't vary everybody. Or do what they do is, but the old way you do back, cops will employ for people in the neighborhood. That need to go back to. Go back to employ people who know your neighborhoods, who know the people around the neighborhood, who know Jim down the street, who do things every now and then, but he don't do it wrong. You know? Those cops back there in the neighborhood, not outside employees who don't know nothing about the district, know nothing about the people in the district, never been there before. All they know is what they hear on TV, what they hear on social media, how bad the neighborhood is. And it be nice people in every neighborhood.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't get those opportunities. You know, I grew up in a small town here in the United States called Brockport, New York. And as many people that wanted to work for the Brockport Police Department, those kids didn't get in. Exactly. If their father was a cop, then their father got them into either Brockport Police or sheriff. You had to go someplace else, another town, another district, or you had to go to the city of Rochester to be a cop. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that systemic type of situation is bad for everybody. You know, because like you said, when you hired people in the community to police a community, you didn't see a lot of these things. It's when you look at New York City. You had to hire all these cops that wanted to be New York City police officers, that a majority of them didn't live in New York. Where they lived? Staten Island, Long Island, White Plains, all these other places. They didn't live in New York. But to fill the quota, you did that. And so now it became policing. You know, if they didn't understand how to live in the Bronx, how can you police the people in the Bronx?
Exactly. So how you gonna talk to a person? Like Jim, he may talk angry all the time, but he may be very pleasant. You know, I mean, some people have what called aggressive voices. Right. But no matter how hard they try, it still come off as being aggressive.
Right.
Some people talk aggressive. In some cultures that they talk really fast. Some cultures talk very slow. Some cultures talk very like they don't understand what you're saying. Maybe they don't understand what you're saying. And some people don't really understand it. That's why when you're in customer service, you must learn to understand everybody is different. Every individual is different. Every traffic stop is going to be different. Every incident is going to be different. Every domestic violence is going to be different. You know, it's how you come into the situation can determine how the outcome will become. Right. You know, if I come in a situation knowing hostile, if I come with a little bit of pleasantry, maybe I can get through that person. Maybe I can get to how that person react to how I'm being nice to them. Excuse me, sir. May I ask what the problem is? Oh, right. Sir, you have a bad day? We all have bad days, so I know exactly how you feel about it. So how do I do this? You're going to calm down, talk a little bit, and relax. Guess what happens? Make him laugh a little bit. He might, right. You right, man. You right, man. So now you can talk to him. Now you broke that barrier. You know? Right.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes people just don't know how to de-escalate a situation. Like I said, because they're there and they're nervous. I mean, even I've done that. But, you know, I have the benefit of, like I said, having family members in law enforcement. So I know how to just ask certain questions. Like I said, be respectful, follow all the policies, and make sure that it doesn't escalate into a situation.
Oh, so I guess popped in.
She's here. She's definitely here with us.
She bringing guests too. She bring family and everybody. She bring everybody.
You see, she's ready.
Everybody.
Hi, sister. Welcome to Real Talk. How you doing?
Good. I don't know if we both can fit in here, but we're trying. The data and electricity issues in Liberia is always constraining. I didn't have electricity all night, so I had to figure out a way to get data and connect. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice, nice,
I'm
nice.
glad you-
Having me.
Absolutely. So let me ask you, you're in Liberia. What part of Liberia are you in?
Oh, right now I'm in Monrovia. I'm in town. I'm in the Saint-Croix area.
Oh, okay, you're in
Yeah.
Cinco. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm in Saint-Croix.
double check it.
Good, 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 good.
Nice,
So
nice.
tell the fans and listeners a little bit about yourself and your bio.
Okay. So my name is Aissata Richards, and I started an NGO called Society of Unity, which was all about helping children to um, learn how to do filmmaking or using visual as a visual activism to bring awareness to their communities. Because there's a lot of things that happen in Liberia that doesn't get documented, or usually when people document stuff that happened in Liberia, they're always like the tragic situations, right? Like they're always about the war or like about Ebola, and they're never really targeting what's happening in community. So what I decided to do with my NGO was basically to have the students or have the young people kind of tell their stories in their perspective. So we started about 2 years ago, and we developed a street team where they were going out doing charity donations and things like that. And now we're actually moving into our in-school programming. So that's why I bring my admin. We're basically
Okay.
trying to um, gather about 30 students. What do we talk?
Yeah,
I'll
30
just talk about
students.
Okay.
Yeah, we did some recruitment for 30 students from 6 schools
Mhm.
within the district where we reside, which is district number 10. We have schools that we targeted, and we recruited like 6 students per the schools, and they will
Mhm.
be enrolling, and the program starting tomorrow. And the program will be tomorrow. It's a mobile training program where we're gonna move from district to district, to carry on the training, because we targeting 100 students for the program, but we break it
Right.
down. Yes, we're gonna do like, yeah, each district we got like 30 from this district, 30 from this district. So basically the program will be starting tomorrow. It's an after school hour program. There'll be like
Mhm.
students from different schools will come in like right away after the school. They will just remain in their uniform. They will come for the training, and they're gonna do that documentary training, because this particular program is screened in Liberia. For Liberia, normally we don't like NGOs don't go into this sector. People criticize filmmaking in this country. We're trying to like create that avenue where students will get love and will get a passion for filmmaking, where most issues and national issues and what people are affecting the rural area, we're gonna
Right.
bring
Exactly.
this to light through documentary, through video journalism. This thing gonna come to light. Then we can see, oh yeah, what can we do to help this community with this issue? What can we do to help? And what can the national government do to help? Because when the story is out, people see the reality, people see the actuality, people gonna be convinced to do something towards it. But everything starts with
Okay. Let me ask you, my man, because the data is breaking up. The data is breaking
Yeah.
up. So let me ask you a question real quick so you can hear
when
me.
people see what's going on, they will be towards the changes or the
He's still
necessary things
talking.
that need to be done.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. If you can hear me, let
That's
me
the
ask
intention,
you.
that is our goal, and that is the plan. That's what we are working on to reform successful people, entrepreneur, and bike riders, keke,
It's the
driver,
it's the
The data.
everybody
I
there's
can hear him.
we're gonna put stories on there. We can see how best we can help individuals.
Yeah.
Because even in the rural area,
he's still talking. Let me see if I can catch him on the private chat.
these people are affecting old folks.
He's still going.
Yeah, I can hear so many things he's saying.
I definitely can hear him too. Um, let's.
Got challenge people.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're dealing with South Africa and you're dealing with a lot of data issues.
Bring it to
Uh,
dramatize it and bring it.
They probably putting all the juice probably.
yeah, because in Liberia, for sure, you have to go and you have to buy data. So it's very, very, very difficult.
It went off. It locked off.
So
It knocked them off.
I'm texting them now of what they were saying.
We go out and invent a router that we can just transport people on our show.
Yeah, that would be nice. You know,
that'd be cool, man. I think that'd be cool. What do you think, Joe? We gonna work something out. We gonna work something out.
It's definitely all good.
It was just getting good too. I'm like, okay, shoot.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, being from Liberia, I can basically translate. The long and short of it is they are working to recruit 20 or 30 students right now through their program. They even come right from school in their uniform to their program, and they're using their cell phones and things of that nature. That they're from this videos that they're putting together, they're going to make a 2-part documentary from Liberia for their perspectives, which I think is great, you know, because she's right. You only see Liberia either through Ebola or you only see Liberia through. Hey, are you guys back?
You back?
No, they're not.
They still pose. I see a little movement.
Yeah. So, can you guys hear us? It's flagging.
Our Wi-Fi
Yeah.
is not the best.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Okay.
Let's put a lot of data from there. Let's put a lot of data. But I know I was some research I did of her, and I found out she would take a lot of kids around in the different communities, and she would take pictures and have them film certain things. Actually, show the life, a day in the life of people in Liberia. Not what we see on TV, all the bad stuff and all that. I mean, the positive aspect of Liberia, which is we need to see that because we always see the bad parts. You never see the good parts. Like you said, George, it's some parts you need to see and learn that everything is not always what you see on TV. Right. You know, always a negative just to get marketers to come over there, get people, investors to come over there and spend lots more money. We don't know why they do it because it put people in. It put on that sympathy to other people, you know. But they're really not that bad. They're really doing a lot of great things. And she's doing different schools. Actually, you see all the pictures I did. She actually interacted with the kids a lot. And that's good to give kids a positive aspect or more options, you know, right. And want to do other things. Filmmakers, move films. You know, Liberia have a lot of very good creative students. Oh, yeah. Every mind all across the world, you know, and they're doing great things. We should look at some Liberians who leave and go to come to America, go to Norway, go to UK. They're doing great things. So you know it's great talent there. You know it's great minds there. It's just people need to see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I couldn't agree more. You know, being from Liberia, I couldn't agree more.
Look at that. So they think represent.
Oh yeah, you know, definitely, all day, all the time. So it's definitely all good. That being said, we have another interview coming on in about 2 minutes. Musician Mr. Mozzi, Bugatti, I think his name.
Yeah, I know, right? I like the name though. The name is tight. I like the name.
So that should definitely be good in a minute. Sorry, fans, about that, but like we said, normally internet traffic and internet data in West Africa is really, really, really hard. We went through that, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago with our interview with Samuel, right? Samuel.
Brilliant guy. Internet issues, but like I say, we get working out. We got to find a way to do it better, work it out better. More ways for technology to come into play. That's how I look at it. Because everything gets better. And I think that's why I say now we need to come together and help build better networks, you know, and help all over the world so we can actually meet people, get to know people better, you know?
Right, absolutely. So we will try to reschedule that interview. I would definitely like to hear what she's saying and what she's doing. And we will try and get that back to you.
Definitely, we got to get her back. We got to get a lot of people back who had issues with internet services. We had to apologize because we had issues also. So it's not just them, it's us too.
Yeah, but that actually wasn't our fault. We didn't have internet issues. We had technical issues.
Yeah, everything.
You know, so we don't own this platform. So I felt good about that.
It was crazy.
Yeah, man. So right now we got with us Mr. Mozzi.
up, brother?
The Bugatti, what's going on, brother? How
What's
are
up,
you?
man? We love your name, man. Your name is a top of town right now, man.
No doubt. Welcome to Real Talk, man. Thanks for being on the show.
You need your own car now. You need to get your own name your own car now. Appreciate you, brother.
So tell the fans
you guys,
and the
really
listeners,
do. I really appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt. Listen, so tell the fans a little bit about yourself and your background.
Okay, well, for all y'all watching right now, I'm Mozzi Bugatti. You know, I'm born and raised in East Orange, New Jersey, but I did a little time in Florida. I did a little prison time. I made mistakes in my life. But right now, I'm back and I'm on the path of success. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry and I want it, and I'm finna make it happen.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
So where are you now? Are you in East Orange, New Jersey, or are you in Florida?
I'm in East Orange, New Jersey now.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
That's
I'm on
funny.
break at work right now, but
Okay. It's funny that you would say Jersey and Florida because Frazier's in Miami and I'm in Jackson, New Jersey.
Florida, baby, all day.
Polk County, you heard? Polk County, baby. 86318.
It's only 2 hours from Polk County.
No doubt. So tell the fans and the listeners a little bit about your music style and some of the things that you enjoy doing.
Well, actually with my music now, like, you know, it's like more R&B-ish. It's like, for anybody that's been through something, whether it's love, whether it's life, you know what I'm saying, relationships, or, you know what I'm saying, real life issues, you feel me? You'll be able to relate to my music. I have a lot of experience, you know what I'm saying? I've been, like I said, I've been at a point in my life where I made a lot of mistakes, and I tend to express myself through music. So, like, about my music, I don't know where I'd be, but this is my outlet. I have a lot of real life and a lot of personal things that I went through, and I express it through my music, and I hope that my fans are able to find a relief or escape their problems or things that they're going through. But it's from the heart. My music is from the heart.
Absolutely. And so R&B, do you have EPs out? Are you putting albums together, singles? How are you doing that?
Well, right now we pushing singles. My Camp Bad game, shout out. You know, I'm trying to push a single every quarter. I mean, every season I'm gonna drop something. But right now, y'all, please, I got a video right now. It's called Me Too. You know what I'm saying? You can find that on YouTube. You can stream me on every major platform. Type in Bugatti, MOZZI-BUGATTI-ME 2, and I'm there.
All right.
So what was Me Too about?
Yeah, tell me what about it.
Oh man, it was about a love experience. Like, in the end of the video, you see me kill her, but she's not really dead. Like, it's a part 2, but Me Too is about a love experience. You know, like, a lot of times as guys, we don't really express our emotions and our feelings, you know. And, like, to be in a relationship or be involved with someone where you give your all, you give your heart to that person, to find out that that person is doing the same with you, or that person's living a double life behind your back. It's just dealing with the hurt and the betrayal and emotions that we go through as men. When you give your life to a person, you give yourself to a person, you're committed in a committed relationship, and you find the person isn't being honest and the person is committing adultery behind your back. So I just try to take them there, you know what I'm saying? It's personal experience, what I dealt with in my relationships, you know, being brokenhearted and things like that.
True. But that's a good thing, though, like, because a lot of no issues that nobody talks about. They don't talk about the man side of anything too much. And it's good to have somebody express that and show how we actually react from that and what the outcome can be and how it can be corrected. Because we don't talk about it, it can never be corrected. You know, and that's one thing we men don't do. We don't outlet ourselves. We don't talk about our problems because we don't feel like we have problems. You know, we always feel like, hey, ain't no wrong.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true, Fraze. That's not true. We have problems. We have problems, but we just don't show our problems because we were never taught to express ourselves or to be transparent. We were never taught to be vulnerable. You know, and we learned that from our fathers and our older brothers and older gentlemen, where we even to the point we weren't even, you know, taught to cry. Right? And crying is the natural thing. So, you know, it's interesting that you're starting to see a lot of musicians express that emotion and basically say, express it's okay. You know, because a lot of times if it's the women's side of it, she'll go and kill everybody and be like, oh, I was stressed out, or temporary insanity, or this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But when a man does it, it's like, oh, how could you?
We'll talk to you.
Right,
And I
right,
actually
right.
believe it's the opposite. Like, I believe when we deal with feelings and emotions, we hurt deeper because we don't deal with that on a regular. We try to suppress those emotions. So when you actually do give your heart to someone and you hurt, it's more intense than the female because they do this on the regular. They're taught to express their feelings. They're used to being in their feelings. But like you said, as men, we're taught not to be transparent. We're taught to hide and not express what we feel or going through things. So I think that affects us more.
They
Yeah, no
do.
doubt, no
That's why
doubt.
like certain men play brutal sports, football, MMA, boxing. We have other outlets to take it out on. That's why you do more brutal sports or two people got issues. You ever see two people getting away with issues?
Right.
That's a ball. Everybody can do that. You got black eyes and look like
Yeah.
literally, I'm tired of you leaving me. You know, that's how we take our problem. I know me on football, I tell people I had two personalities. My football personality and my personality outside the game, outside on the field, which is very nice and pleasant. On that field, oh, I'm a warrior. I'm knocking your head out. All year, I'm bigger. I'm taking every frustration I had, I'm taking on that field with me. You know,
That's
I'm
right.
releasing everything. I'm coming out so nice and pleasant, like, how you doing? You can kick the head off, man. I want to talk to you right now, man.
Right. He's a Rottweiler.
Exactly. So, like, how do you deal? How you actually start dealing? Say you came out of issues, made mistakes, and of course you're the one person that, like I said, 30% that come out and actually change. Now, how do you feel about being at 30%, and how do you help other younger people who almost about to make the mistakes, but can you help them not to make the same mistake you made as you was younger?
That's right.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, me, I can honestly say a lot of reasons I made the mistakes that I made because I was following behind people. And the reason that I was following behind people because I wasn't secure and strong enough to stand alone. And especially
That's
to
right.
young men, like, you know what I'm saying? It's easier to get caught up in trends, what's popular or who cool. You know what I'm saying? But the man that's to be respected is the man that can stand on his own. So while you going and following behind him, you need to put a little bit more thought on what you want and what you want to do. Because if you really take the time and get to know you and like spend more time in yourself, it'll be more beneficial. You'll be a lot further. But like it's easy to be misled when you're following behind someone else. So just do your own thing, man. Whatever it is that make you happy, stick to it.
No doubt.
There's no doubt. That's so true.
No doubt. I'm glad you said that.
A lot.
I'm glad you said that because to add value to what you're saying, it's easier if Fraser and I say it, but somebody that's actually been through it that can come back out and say, "Hey, I got caught up because I was following somebody. I wasn't man enough to be my own man." That speaks volumes to the person out there that doesn't, that's in your same situation that doesn't understand that. You know what I mean? Back to your music real quick. I know you're dropping singles. How many singles do you have ready?
They're ready to rock it.
I'm loaded.
That's right. That's right.
Listen, I'm so ready right now. I mean, like, listen, some people look at going through situations as like, you know what I'm saying? Why me? Why me? Look, I say, why not me? Because I know God took me through my journeys. He gave me stories to tell. Like, and I'm like, I mean, I have a enormous dialogue right now. It's just about timing, you know what I'm saying? And the right seasons for the right reasons. So when I release it, I just wanted to have the maximum effect. But like, back to not to get side, back to what you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I encourage y'all to really go your own way and do your own thing. I lost 10 years of my life to drug addiction from following behind the wrong people. You understand what I'm saying? You won't be able to tell that right now because I fought with everything I had to get that situation. But if you stay in your own lane and find your own happiness, you can avoid things like that. You know what I'm saying? People don't have your best interests at heart.
Well, let me follow up with that because DMX just passed and he passed from an overdose. He fought drug addiction too. What advice can you give people listening to this interview right now to help them fight that? Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a disease, it's this, that, and the third. But everybody knows the only way you beat a drug addiction or any type of other addiction is you have to say, I'm tired of going through this and I need another path. What was your turning point for you? Was it your kids? Was it your mother? Was it your music? Was it your wife, your girl? What pierced your spirit to say, I'm done with this?
I have to say, like, when I hit my rock bottom, like when I found myself stealing from people that I loved and I found myself hurting, but the person that I hurt the most was myself when I looked at my behavior and realized it was self-destructive, like I was so depressed, I was suicidal. You know what I'm saying? I was doing real bad, man. Like, and I lost everything, and it forced me to sit and just look at myself and realize that this is not what I want. This is not who I am. You understand what I'm saying? And I had to learn to love myself. Like, the minute I start loving myself and place value into myself and realize that I didn't need nobody else, I can do anything on my own accord through Christ. You understand what I'm saying? When I realized my worth and my strength, it was my turning point. And that's what really set me on fire. And that's why I'm so angry right now and so driven, because I will never be back in that point. I will never let nobody destroy me. I will never give nobody that power or that ability to take me out the game again. You understand what I'm saying? I know worth. I know who I am. I am a king, and I'm going to stand on my spot.
That's right. That's right.
That's good to hear somebody young say that, because a lot of young people need to hear that from their own generation. Like me and Jordan said, we've been around. We seen good and bad. See, back then we had butt whoopings. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. What scared me? Hey, man, we had a program called Scare Scrape when I was growing up. We went to that program. We walked through the jail. It was scary as it is. But you a young little kid walking through jail, saying, guy grabbing at you, hey, little man, you ready to come in here? Man, look here. I had never had a man in my look. He moved, I moved.
That's right.
God moved, I was right behind him. Hey, I ain't going that way. Hey, can go this way? You know, that scared me so bad. I ain't gonna look at nobody doing that wrong. The police said, dude, what's that, son? Huh? What's that? You what? I said, I'm right over to the door. I was so scared to do anything wrong. I ain't want to do nothing. I was scared straight. I was literally scared straight. But see, this generation not the same as my generation.
Yeah.
Easier to scare them like that. They're more like, whatever, dogs. Please. I seen that last week. I saw on TV before that guy got killed. Oh, damn, how many people get killed? They see people get killed like an everyday video game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really scare you no more. When I was growing up, you barely see somebody get shot. These days now, it's like a habit. I mean, you walk out the door like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, cool. Police siren, like TV, like a TV show. Yeah, all day, every day. Gunshots like normal. Oh, that dude wheeled down the street. That nigga gonna throw his money all.
We're absolutely desensitized to everything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really, really, really the problem.
Exactly.
You know, but I know you on lunch, so we only got one more question for you, real quick. You know, we're not trying to burn up all your lunch
time, man.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick, you know, what tips and advice would you have for people looking to get into the music industry? Because music has changed. You know what I mean? And I know it changed for you from when you went in and came back out and see, you know, all of a sudden CDs are not a thing anymore and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So, what are some tips you have?
This is very painful. Right now, the vintages that we have today, we have social media. We have so many outlets to be heard and to be seen. Stay true to your craft. Stay persistent. Stay consistent and grind for what you want, and it will happen. It's possible. You understand what I'm saying? Just hard work. No matter what you invest in, work hard and be true to yourself, and it could happen.
True.
Right.
Now, one more tip for the younger generation who deal with peer pressure. You mentioned a lot of things about mindset, stuff like that. Help them. What tip you give them to stay in that right mindset of that king, not that person to follow?
Right.
A leader is capable of standing alone. So learn to love yourself, find value in yourself, appreciate yourself, and know you deserve better. You don't need to be nowhere where you can't be you. You got to follow behind someone who's leading you down the wrong path. Know what you want, know where you're going, and stay focused on that. Be real to yourself. Impress yourself. Don't impress anybody else. Impress yourself.
Can you say that again? A leader is what?
Say it again for him.
A leader has the ability to stand alone. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
You don't need no crowd.
That's right.
Right. That's the most important tip you can get of young kids right now. Learn is not follow every single dumb thing going on out there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Listen, do me a favor, brother. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find me. We start running it down. You can find me on Instagram at Mozzi Bugatti, YouTube, Instagram, every major social network platform, every music streaming platform, the same thing. Mozzi Bugatti, Mozzi Buggatti. Tune in, tap in.
Well, Tim, you got to have you next time, not on lunchtime. We're going to have you a little longer next time.
That's right. Listen, we greatly appreciate you for being on the show, brother.
Hey, welcome to the
Thank
family,
you for the
brother.
opportunity.
No
Your
doubt.
family now, so welcome to the family.
Yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate
Appreciate
you.
you, brother.
One.
Enjoy lunch. Man,
Yeah, man.
always good young brother with wisdom.
Yeah, man. No doubt about it. Listen, fans, our shows sometimes are short and sweet, and we will definitely try and reschedule that interview with Alyssa, but she definitely has some things to say.
Exactly.
So we definitely want to keep that going. We got a couple other shows this week. What days do we have shows for?
Oh, we got a show Thursday. We got a good guest with the Boost. If y'all who like all the Call of Duty fans out there, hey, you got another Call of Duty character here. He also plays Batman and a few other characters. He's a very good actor. He got a lot of shows coming out on Fox, CBS. So it'll be a great show Thursday. Please tune in, 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out on Thursday. Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Fred.
That was Real Talk with George and Frazier. Peace.
Peace.